Bap, 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 bap. Wow. What is happening, you guys? And welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate. I'm your host, El Capitan. And tonight, on the tailgate party, that never seems to stop. I had to write notes. There's just so much I got to get caught up on. So much happened today. So much things. The rumors. The news. It's just so much, bro. I mean, quarterbacks getting signed. Aaron Rodgers, where does he go? Lamar Jackson. Oh, did I say his name? Oh, better not. Oh, man, dude, there is some good stuff going on. And it's like, dude, the NFL is so good. They're so good at their job. It is all anticipatory. The rumors, the nonsense, the everything. I mean, sources, weird things happening. Like, oh man, dude, so much. Anyhow, hit the like button, everybody. Subscribe if you're new. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, make the mild journey over here to YouTube. And check out all the great content we have. Friends of the family. We got myself, the Fins Tailgate. We got Lewis, the Rabid Dolphin. We got color commentary. We got DTA doing the Dolphins debriefs. We got Late Night Exhale and the Broken Takes with Ali. Thank you. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate. Make sure you guys are participating in helping the show grow. Become a member. Super chats help us out in our times of need. Also, guys, hit the link in the description for Fanatics. Thank you for our partners in Fanatics. And also a link in the description for Doobie energy drinks. Doobie. And then, guys, links for all our good gear as well. And backroom collections. TFTG gets 10% off all of their purchases. Oh man, dude. All right. So there is like news falling all out of the sky. People expected to get released, people that are getting released, fifth year options and franchise tags not happening on certain players. Whoa. What kind of franchise tags do we got? Exclusive, non exclusive, telling your grandma about the exclusive. Nobody understands it. I'll explain it all. I'll give you guys some stuff, some news. We'll go into Derek Carr getting pretty decent money, I would say. Geno Smith, comeback player of the year. But does that mean the Seahawks aren't going to go after a quarterback? I think they will. Um, dude, there's just so much crap. I've just looking at it. How are these trades and moves going to affect the draft board? Do teams still go after quarterbacks? The Bears have made it abruptly clear that they are not going to draft a quarterback, and the number one pick is for sale. Big time for sale. As reports and sources come out further, the Bears have been shopping to this. They have a couple teams in mind, and this has been going on for a minute. So for all those people, oh, the Bears going to get rid of Justin. I didn't see how that made any sense. Just friggin' let's remember. That organization has never had great passing quarterbacks, but yet they still got the job done in years past. This guy is dynamic. Figure out for him to throw a couple of throws and do everything they do in the Windy City up there, and they'll win plenty of football games. And now that Aaron Rodgers is leaving the division, or is he? He's pretty much got. He's pretty much Aaron Rodgers right now is pretty amazing. I don't know if you guys know this or not. He's a pretty damn good football player. Don't let the lull seasons confuse you. Dolphin fans know. You guys remember Tua lost us the game on Christmas. Concussion, and fucking concussion, and Aaron Rodgers just hung in there, did Aaron Rodgers stuff, whatever. Either way, MVP Aaron Rodgers. But do the Packers really want him? No, they don't. They don't really want him. But do you want him? I don't know. No one can tell because it doesn't really matter what any of us want because we're all waiting on Aaron Rodgers. The Jets, teams that have now signed, like the Raiders, I would imagine we're looking at him. But nobody wants to wait on Rodgers. And the Packers and other teams in the NFL are continued to be held hostage. And good for you, Rodgers. Fuck those motherfuckers. Do whatever you want, homie. I think you deserve it. Fuck them. I'm just glad. If I now, if I was a Packers fan, I would be pissed. If I was a Jets fan, I would be pissed. But because I don't give a shit about the Jets and the Packers are an NFC team, I could care less. I have nothing against the Packers, not like the Jets. But hell yeah, Players League, I think so. It's definitely becoming one because players have more and more power than they ever have in the NFL. So, I mean, you guys know this. Guys stay a year or so longer. They don't come out or they come out early in drafts for teams that they want to go to. It happens all the time. And then there's situations like the Lamar situation. And we're going to get into that. I'm going to say that. I got some breaking down of the nonsense of what the Ravens' options are with Lamar, just so give you guys a little perspective, a little bit of hard knowledge. We're also going to go into some names that are linked to the Dolphins that are confirmed that the Dolphins met with during the combine. I'm sure it's some of the usual suspects. We'll keep it short. There is an article that I have from the Miami Herald about some running back stuff. So we'll buzz through that nice and quick because I got so much crap. I got all these rumors. I got all this stuff. I got all this speculation. So I hope you guys are hitting the like button and subscribing and, being cool. Shout out to everybody in chat. Carla, yes, we will do some Tom Brady talk because there has been some of that. California, my guy, what's going on? Bill, hello. Andres, what's going on, buddy? See you in there. Dolphin JK, what's up? John Featherland, my guy, how's it going? Scott, what's going on? Tua still hasn't learned to fall down. There's been having an interesting conversation with like my family and friends outside of show characters and people and Twitter. That none of them do any of this shit. Okay, but they're still Dolphin fans, friends and family. They watch the stuff, but to be honest, I talk enough football with them. They don't need to watch me. They get me live. And this debate about Tua and falling and jujitsu and all that stuff. Did you guys see on Good Morning Football when uh God, dude, it was embarrassing. I'm sorry. But go back and watch Good Morning Football with Cameron Wolf talking on there about uh the Dolphins and stuff. And they asked him about judo or jujitsu, and he talks about it. And everyone's faces are like, they're like, it's just sure, maybe. I don't know. But the debate amongst my friends and family is and other close people, Tua's left-handed. Now, excuse me, he's right-handed, but he throws with his left hand. Sorry. Anyhow, like I don't know. Like it's weird because like I surf and skate goofy, but I fight, traditional with my left hand. I know it looks opposite here, my right hand here because I'm right-handed. So like you take all the damage on this side. When you trip, you fall, you land on that side. We talked a little bit about this on panel shows and stuff like that, but like this has become like a real weird topic to me because think about it. You fall, trip or anything, you kind of want to land on your protect yourself side. Well, if Tua's protect himself side from being right-handed is his left, then like somewhere in your equilibriums, you can't do like how a cat can fall and twist its body. Like you're already just not leaning to that way because you got to protect that way. So maybe that's why it keeps landing in the middle. Um, will jujitsu fix that? Oh, I would say boxing, like like a left-handed strong boxer might fix that more because you're taking that damage. I don't know. Look, I'm not the expert. I'm just the guy playing the guy, acting like the guy. Sure, whatever. I'm an expert too. Fine. But it's a funny topic that's been going on about that. I find it interesting. It is something to wonder because like, they do all those studies, left brain, right brain, this type, that type, da da da. Da. There's always the outliers because there's geniuses amongst us, you fucks. And I don't know. I can't imagine like it's kind of like being a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? But like you could still crack home runs as a switch hitter. You could switch Glover. What's going on here? It'd be like if you got into the ring and fought, you were going to keep your power hand on the back every time. If you had to force me to do the other way, I don't know if I could defend myself, and I certainly couldn't get the throw I would want from that. I could probably punch just as good at times, but would it ever be equilibrium proper? I don't know, but odd something to think about. Um, it's just a weird topic. I don't know. I did not plan on getting on that topic. I got a million other things to talk about here. Anyhow, so Derek Carr. Okay. Let's talk about the D car. Oh, wait, let me finish saying what's up to everybody. My fault. My fault, everyone. My fault. Who else up in this month? Anthony, how's it going, buddy? Where you is, Anthony? I see you. Canes 1989. What's going on? Canes Dolphins 89. Excuse me. I keep forgetting about the changes, Canes. You're fucking me up. Liz, hello. King Mill, what's going on? DDG, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Michael K. Bills fans showing up, Dolphins fans. Every chance. Oof. Is that a fact? What do you mean by that? You're going to need to elaborate because I don't understand. I don't understand what that means. Facebook user, let's start some shit to a trade for Henry and draft picks if teams will clickbait. I mean, will they trade Tua for Henry? Holy cow. That is some crazy shit. Facebook user. I wish I could see what it says over here. Man, could you guys imagine what the fuck? He goes to Tennessee. It's him and Tannehill. What the hell? Poor Tennessee's constantly getting our leftovers. And Tannehill, it is something I have written on here. And Facebook user is right. God, I wish I knew your name on here. I don't know why. You must not be subscribed on the Facebook page or something. You must just be watching as like on one of the groups that it goes to. Tannehill is top 5 in cap hit numbers at like just north of 38 million last year and this year. They lost Brown last year. Now Henry's out there being shopped for trades, which let's keep things into perspective. Is Derrick Henry. The guy is a friggin' animal. He's a monster. I don't know if you guys seen that picture with him next to Von Miller, but dude, he makes Von Miller look small. Like it's ridiculous. The guy is just superhuman. How much more he's got left in the tank? I would say enough, but 15 mil I think he makes next year. Is that really what Dolphin fans want to spend money on? 15 million on Derrick Henry? Yeah, I'd love to see that show, bro. What are you talking about? I would totally watch that show. Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, Tua throwing the ball. That would be fun. But do I see it likely? No. This team has it's never had like a marquee running back since Ricky and Ronnie. Like we've gotten good running backs. Remember Noshawn Marino on his last leg had that great performance and hurt himself literally on his last leg. Wow, I didn't mean to do that. That was kind of mean. Talk about a Freudian slip. But yeah, we've never put high price into guys. I know we got Reggie Bush and stuff, but like, I don't know. It's just not really been the thing since Chris Greer's been kind of calling the shots. There is some young running backs. We'll get into that later that I know the Dolphins interviewed with. Shake Money, family member. What's going on, buddy? Dolphineer, what's up? Ronnie, Bobby Supreme, Amicus, what's up? What up, Cat? It's been a few weeks since I caught one of the shows. Well, welcome. Thank you. Crypto, what's going on? Dolphins looking to pick up Geno Smith since... No, I don't think so. The Dolphins were looking to pick up Geno Smith. I don't think so. Geno Smith's what, 32? He signed what was it, 105 million. But that's not with the guarantees. We don't have those. Now with Derek Carr, on the other hand, I've got those. I've got those numbers. And man, if you want to know how cap space ain't real, just look no further than how the friggin' Saints have manipulated the cap the last 3 years. So the Saints, as presently sitting right now, are like 25 million over the cap space. Actually, more than that. And I think they got another like 12 million they're rolling over to next year. Nobody has, they're like bottom 3 in the next 2 years in cap space over the cap. Only the Browns are worse than them, and I think the Rams too. But yet they signed Derek Carr to $150 million. He gets 70 million guaranteed. They're giving him 60 million up front. 60 million up front. And then in like year 3, he's guaranteed 10 million. So he's getting 35 million for the next 2 years. And they're going to work it in the cap and all this other nonsense. But he'll make $70 million in 3 years for a team that sits bottom 3 the next 2 years. So don't tell me cap is real the way these guys been. Now I know Jameis Winston, he gets released, they get like 13 million. Fuck you guys, dude. I don't want to hear it. Oh man, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous with this cap BS. But I get it. There's a way to make the math work. It's called algebra and all kinds of nonsense. Fine. Don't tell me how the cake is made. Just let me eat the damn cake, bro. That's all. I don't need all the number nonsense. I'm just hungry for some cake. And I don't even like cake. Aquavision, what's up? G, what's going on? Sackman 56. DTA in the building. What's going on, DTA? Raphael, Tua not learning how to fall, Tua learning how to tuck his not. Was it an LA game and put a fork into a yeah. I guess so, buddy. What are you at the LA? Oh, what are you a Chargers fan, Raphael? What's going on here? Listen, I don't know. We'll have to see down. Shake, what's going on? Adam, family in this Who is man, somebody trolling hard. Who is that? Jay, what's going on? Ron, what's up, buddy? Long time no see, Ron. How you been? All right, Dolphins. Okay, yeah, I know. Sorry, buddy. I see the Dolphins shit. I should have thought better of it, Raphael. My fault. Everybody hit the like, please. All right, so where were we? Now that I feel like I've shouted out everybody. Whew, man. So yeah, Carr gets way more money than and you know what's funny? Like the Jets can afford that. How did the Jets let him slip through their fingers? I'll tell you how. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is their number one choice. The Jets are holding out hope. Aaron Rodgers will come to them. And you know what? It wouldn't be the first friggin' Packers quarterback to end up in New York at one point in time in his career. Favre. If there was ever a time that Aaron Rodgers would hit the wall, like literally hit the wall, it would be in a Jets uniform. So if that happens, I get it. I know we'll have the overreaction. He'll look like Aaron Rodgers, but it'll be Jets Rodgers. It just won't. Just ain't gonna work. And I know the Jets got a good football team, but I'm sorry. The Jets have been unable to strike fear in me in a long time, even though they've beaten the Dolphins plenty of times. I've gone to a Dolphins game and watched them beat me and been pissed off and had to listen to Jets fans on the way out there, gritting my teeth so I don't go to jail tonight for cracking someone in the dome. Been there. Everybody been there. Sun last day. Damn it. Fucking Geno Smith. Are you kidding me, Dolphins? Motherfuckers. Anyhow, yeah, it's just going to be the Jets, though, bro. And it'll be Aaron Rodgers on a good team and all that other stuff. You already heard it, dude. I think Aaron Rodgers would rather make more money because I don't know if the Jets could even pay him more money, like after the taxes and stuff. I guess they could. They could always give him more money. Let's be real. They'll pay him whatever fuck he wants. They'll give him $65 million a year, some bullshit like that. It'll hurt him, but they'll go, this is our 2-year chance. Maybe they will. They'll probably have their best chance yet. I'll give them that. But like, if there was ever going to be a time Rodgers hit the wall, it would be in that green uniform. I'm just being real. Man, could you imagine? But I think Rodgers would rather stick it to the Packers one more time. Be Green Bay, be the Green Bay guy, but also stick it to the upper management one more time, then go play on the Jets. So that brings me to something I know for a fact, that Carson Wentz was roaming around the combine and he and his agent were shopping his services to teams all over. And I mean, he's even expressed that, he's willing to be a backup, fight his way through. He's thinking, I'm going to do the Tannehill thing or something like that. I'm going to have that resurgence career or something. Maybe. I could seriously see that being the guy that ends up in New York. Man, would that be such sweet justice? Carson Wentz for the Jets. Man, that would be hilarious. I would watch that. I'd watch the Dolphins game and I would make sure to go through my NFL ticket and go back and watch the Jets games to see that clusterfuck, bro. I could not let that friggin' because it ain't gonna last long, right? But they will sell it to Jets fans like, he's making like 12 mil a year, but that's not guaranteed, it's a great deal. $36 million for 2 years, and just, oh man, I could totally see the Jets just completely fumbling this. Because let's be real, Geno Smith signing with the Seahawks, another loss for the Jets. Derek Carr signing with whatchamacallit, where the fuck they sign? Oh, the Saints. God, I'm blanking out. Uh that's a loss for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers playing, I don't know what the fuck. He even answered a phone call from the Jets? I don't know, but they're waiting for him. Jets are going to lose that one too. And the ultimate loss would be to end up with Carson Wentz when it was all said and done. Man, that would be great. I could totally see this happening. I mean, does anyone not see how the Jets end up in that predicament where they're like, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get Wentz. We're going to bring Rudolph in here. And not Rudolph. What the hell's his name? The dude from the Steelers, guy that got busted into the dome. Bring that doofus in here, and we're gonna draft a guy. I know we're at like pick 13, but we'll get somebody. Or they'll try. Maybe they move the draft board. Maybe that's a consideration, which is something that could happen. I see teams that are gonna want to move up the draft board. Carolina is definitely gonna be one of them. I wonder if the Cardinals are willing to trade back at number 3. They're not. They're probably not going to get a quarterback, even though Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray just pretty much don't like each other. Mason Rudolph. I was right. Fucking right. Hell yeah. I knew his name was Rudolph. Goofy ass. Got all dented head and shit. What a dumbass. Anyhow, maybe the Patriots want to move up the board. Ooh, Patriots. No way. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing that. But I think the Falcons want a quarterback. Potentially, if one of these guys falls to him, dude, that's skyrocketing up the charts is Anthony Richardson. As I think a lot of us predicted, dude is just talented, super talented. And, I try to tell this to Dolphin fans all the time. What's more important, being a good quarterback that can throw the football or being a guy that's a freak athlete and can kind of throw a football? It'll always be the latter. And I'll tell you why. Because these coaches and these organizations are like, hey, we're the big times. We got the staff, we got the coaches. If I could just get this friggin' freak athlete, someone made in a lab somewhere, to just throw a couple timing routes, and when he sees this, just heave that son of a bitch, because I know he can. You can win a lot of footballs that game, at least in those first 5 to 8 years. But then 5 to 8 years, son of a bitch, should get better at playing NFL football. You start learning stuff, you start figuring things out, you work on your craft, you got hundreds of millions of dollars at this point, so you could buy anything for you medically and physically and training. So these guys are they're high commodities, man, because it's hard to find in an NFL draft guys that are just different than the others. Yeah, he does this really well. It reminds me of this. He does that really well. It reminds me of that. You look at that, you go, damn, that son of a bitch is fucking one of one. Holy cow, look at that motherfucker. So, Anthony Richardson climbing up the charts. I expect him to go top 5, top 10. That'll probably end up happening. So another couple of rumors and things going around, things to be expected. If you guys don't know, the Chiefs look like the Chiefs are going to they're not going to pick up the franchise on Orlando Brown Jr., which teams are going to be falling over themselves to pay this guy. And you know what's going to end up happening, right? Does everybody know what ends up happening with Orlando Brown now? You know where he ends up going, right? That guy's going to end up on the fucking Patriots. Mark my words. That son of a bitch is going to end up on the Patriots. And, that's just a Patriots signing. They're going to waste a lot of money on him. He'll be really great for years to come. But I could totally see him getting picked up on the Patriots. That would piss me off, bro. But, he's one of the guys that are going to be out there. Another rumor that's kind of slipping around. I guess I can double dip on this one too. Kareem Hunt spotted in Miami. Ooh, Dolphin fans, we're going to get Kareem Hunt. Man, I remember a short time ago, I was hearing from all kinds of jackasses all over the place. Kareem Hunt, done deal, bro. It's done. It's happening. Now, I did think the Dolphins had interest in Kareem Hunt, but not nearly as much as Kareem Hunt has an interest in being in Miami. All these guys want to be in Miami. What you mean, dog? But Kareem Hunt in Miami spotted. Just because he's spotted in the area, guys, doesn't mean the Dolphins and them are already talking. But it doesn't mean they're not either. I don't know what kind of money he's going to get, but anyhow, another thing tethered to that, a rumor is that the Browns are shopping Chubb and they're willing to take like a pick and compensation. Now, what it would cost to get a guy like Chubb? I don't know. Damn, Chubb's a good football player. That guy's good. Man, I like Chubb. Chubb's a good football player. But I don't think the Dolphins are going to trade a damn thing for a guy like Chubb. Damn DTA, I got Chubb for y'all. Damn. Anyhow, another thing is Josh Jacobs getting franchise tagged by the Raiders. Raiders, I guess, are feeling themselves. I don't know. Are they planning on what's going to go on with the Raiders? What are they going to do? Like, is that team tanking? What's going on? What do the Raiders have in picks? Hold on, let's see. 2, 4, 6. They're the 7th pick in the draft. They think one of these quarterbacks are going to fall to them. I don't know, dude. I don't know what the Raiders plan on doing. That team, curse of friggin' Josh McDaniels, huh? Just teams look real good when he gets there. Before long, they're all just making weird moves. I don't know. Does Jimmy G end up with the Raiders? I can see that happening. Josh McDaniels and him, they get to, you know, make out, whatever they do. I don't know. So let's slide into some of these things I got going on. Let's see. Where the heck is it at? Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, sorry, dude. Like all my pages went down and closed out. All right. Anyhow, all right, let's crack open some of these players that the Dolphins are linked to. It's been confirmed that the Dolphins had spoke to at the combine. I'm sure you guys have heard some of these names. I just want to go over it for the record. So, Trenton Simpson, which is man, if this guy's there when we pick, they better sprint up to the board with his number. I think he's a perfect fit. I wonder though, because there's a lot of defensive guys. They're all defensive guys that are going to read to you, and then the last two are running backs. I think I don't know, man. Like Fangio and this team, where it's at, a lot riding on it. Do they think a guy like Trenton or another name that they have on here, Noah Sewell. Both those guys they met with. Do they think those young linebackers can come in day one and help Fangio run the scheme that he wants to run? Maybe. I mean, I know as far as what you're going to ask them to have with gap integrity, as long as they don't get tied up with downfield blockers, they should do just fine as far as what you want to ask them to do. And covering their space in between the tackles, anyone coming in front of them. But there's a lot of pressure on this team. So I know they're looking at linebackers and looking at defensive guys, but I don't know. I wonder if they don't pick up like a free agent, somebody on the low that's got some good film together. There's a dude, can't remember his name. Let me see. David Long is one of them. Somebody like that. Or Caden Illis, who are just low budget guys that you could find on other teams that they might just feel more comfortable instead of handing the keys to a young guy in his first year. But maybe not. Maybe Fangio's like, hey, give me that dude. I guess that'll all depend on the draft and who falls to what. But another guy, God, I'm gonna butcher this dude's name, linebacker out of Texas. Demarivan? I don't know. I must have fucked that up. Oversouth, linebacker out of Texas. Jordan Battle, safety from Bama. Dude, what a cool name. Dude's last name is Battle. It's a bad mofo. And then Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback from Mississippi State. Those are 5 of the names that have been already confirmed with the Dolphins as far as guys that they've met with, they've talked to at the combine, all defensive guys. And as you see, 3 of them are linebacker. Dolphins are making no secret the linebacker's high on their list as far as which one of these guys, or maybe they feel comfortable. Maybe they think one of these dudes will slide to them past their first pick in the second round. They're definitely doing their due diligence for sure. But 2 of the running backs that they met with, and I have the article here. Let me see. I'll put it together. Written by Daniel Foussier. At the NFL Scouting Combine, the Dolphins met a pair of day 2 and day 3 prospects, Texas A&M's Devon Anche and Texas State's Deuce Vaughn, who are another layer of explosiveness and add an offensive headline by wide receivers Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. At 5'9", 185 pounds. Let's see, 185. The Texas A&M products track star who backed up Isaiah Spiller before taking the lead back duties in 2022. God damn, stumbling over my words. And recording almost 1,300 yards from scrimmage. I feel like they have a great vision, he said on Saturday. I feel like I can control my speed. I can make one cut, and I always make sure to head north and south. Vaughn, who is 5'6", 175 pounds. Damn, that's a little dude. Was a consensus All-American and all-purpose position and only player in the nation to record 1,500 rushing yards and 350 receiving yards. Both of these 2 running backs also have returning experience, which could be helpful as far as getting themselves on the Dolphins special teams unit that lacked consistency in that option, but face questions about their size, particularly in pass coverage. I feel like I took great strides as a blocker throughout my time at Kansas State, but there's still room that I can work on, Vaughn said, working in my lower extremities, seeing my hands on the pads, making sure that I'm patient in the blocking game. There's a lot of things where you can go and smack it, but if you miss, it makes a good contact and hold. These guys are both day 2 and day 3 guys. I can't imagine the Dolphins taking either one of these dudes with the second pick or their first pick in the second round. Maybe later, maybe a day 3 guy. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe it's the third round. I need to look both into these guys. Actually, for you guys just to give you a quick update. Wednesday, we're going to be talking a lot of draft. I got a special guest coming on here, so look out for that. Well, I'll just tell you, it's Brian Catt, NFL. He was with on the Fin side. I'm gonna have him come by. We're gonna get into some draft stuff. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna prize brain. I've been going to Brian for years, listening to him talk about draft, hidden gems in the draft, and he's just super astute on that stuff and he knows his shit, man. He watches some really in-depth college football, so he finds these little gems all over the place. It's really great. So we'll talk with Brian on Wednesday about all that. I can't wait. So, let's go ahead. Let's see. Close that. All right, I guess we'll just crack open the Lamar Jackson nonsense. So as you guys know, things are coming out fast and furious about Lamar Jackson. Plain and simple, DaCosta's in Miami, South Florida area right now, today. He was set to meet with Jackson today. To try to work out these details. I have an article here that I'm going to read about what exactly the options the Ravens have at this point. But more and more and more, the exclusive tag becomes a real potential option. I don't see why. I think they would try to franchise tag him altogether just because I think 2 first-round picks is definitely not going to be the selling price of Lamar. I could be wrong. Could be wrong because let's face it, Lamar has made it pretty plain what kind of money he wants, and there is missing games these last 2 years, but I don't know. Could be, dude, it's crazy. From what I'm getting, I'm seeing it all over, and I've been hearing it for forever now, and through all my own sources as well. Lamar and the Ravens don't speak. They don't talk. They've had all year to talk or work this stuff out. Think about that. The GM has to come down to South Florida to talk to him. Why? It's literally, they got to make this decision by tomorrow. Like, that shit ain't hashed out. You got to come the day before. You ain't figured it out by now. What could you be figuring out? And why is DaCosta coming to Miami? Yes, we can say he's coming to see Lamar, but who else is in Miami? I don't know. Who else is in Miami? Is it a person? Is it a team? I don't know. I'll let you guys fill in those blanks. But the reality is, and for as long as people wanted to keep it hidden, it doesn't. There's going to be no bridge in which takes the Ravens and Lamar sticking around outside of one of these franchise tags. Now, if it's the non-exclusive, now I'm going to go ahead and just fucking do it. I'm going to pull up this article on it. The deadline is looming for the Ravens to determine what they want to do with Lamar Jackson. They have till 4 p.m. tomorrow to apply for one of the types of franchise tags. Each NFL team is limited to 1 franchise tag per offseason. The player can be franchised 3 times by the same team. Jackson, who won the NFL MVP in 2019, could become a free agent if the Ravens don't apply for the franchise tag on him. That's not going to happen. They're not going to let Lamar just, thanks for your services, Lamar. That ain't happening. So, everybody, that ain't it. Here are the Ravens' options to list them all. And this is CBS News, Baltimore, actually. Number 1, apply for an exclusive franchise tag that would pay him more than $45 million for next year's services rendered. If there's still no progress in a contract, the Ravens could then deal Jackson for any price, meaning that they work out a deal, they apply, for $45 million to do that, they could still shop him. But no matter what, chances are, even if they sell him to a team, Lamar's going to go, yeah, I was supposed to get 45 million this year, so I want that 45 million. No matter what, that's going to happen. That's usually how that goes, anyhow. Number 2, they can apply for the non-exclusive franchise tag or non-exclusive tag, which would pay him just a bit more than $32 million for that year. And maybe the Ravens want to take this route because essentially this would allow Lamar Jackson to engage with other teams that want to trade for him. The Ravens could then take whatever offer that the team in which wants Lamar on his team to meet and beat the contract negotiated by said team. So they don't come to terms with Lamar, which I'm telling you right now, I don't even think it's about the money anymore with Lamar. He ain't staying. They would receive 2 first-round draft picks. Number 3, trade Jackson. If they apply for an exclusive tag, the Ravens could negotiate terms with another team. Number 4, choose not to apply for a franchise tag and let Jackson walk as a free agent. That ain't going to happen either. So I don't look, if the Ravens do a non-exclusive tag to Lamar, it would be very surprising. It just doesn't make sense financially, fiscally. Does anyone on earth think that the Ravens think that 2 first-round draft picks for Lamar was good enough? I don't think so. They would never take that deal. They're not. They wouldn't. They think he's worth a lot more than that. Lamar thinks he's worth more than that. Would they do him this favor? No. No, they're not. They're not going to do him this favor. They've done that man no favors. Remember, this is the team that had a friend of his sign a contract, not allowed to talk to him about it. So you will hear about the franchise tag tomorrow. It'll be regular franchise. Lamar will be guaranteed $45 million. But Ravens fans, do not get free in your jubilation because something tells me that Lamar ain't going to play for $45 million for 1 year. Maybe he would, but I doubt it. I don't think you're going to get any more production out of Lamar without guarantees and the bag, and $45 million ain't going to do it. And is the Ravens organization even wanting to bring him back at this point? So chances are that's what's going to happen. They're going to franchise tag this man, and then they're going to see what they can achieve as far as a trade goes for him. If that doesn't happen and it's the non-exclusive tag, that'll be shocking. It'll be shocking because that tells me that they really, I don't know what the hell that would say. That would be a badly done thing in an organization by the Ravens. The only thing I could think of is if they think Lamar is willing to start talking about it, doing the Aaron Rodgers type of thing a little bit. But I don't see Lamar as that dude. He's not really that kind of guy to talk about it anyhow. But you know how these players do. It's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's his mom recording some shit, and somebody's talking in the background. You know what I'm saying? It's just either way. Ravens will end up picking the franchise tag. They're going to still shop this guy, and I foresee it being something that's talked into all draft day. It won't just be Rodgers that's being talked about all draft day. It'll be Rodgers and Jackson talked about all draft day. I don't think that meeting went well. Doesn't sound like it went well to me from what I heard. I don't think it went well. I think egos have met each other and continue to find each other amongst these super rich people in this place. So, wow. Anyhow, everybody hit the like button. Got over 100 in the room. Like to see those likes come up. Oh man, how could this change? What does the landscape look like at this point? Tomorrow we could be sitting here, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Lamar Jackson has a franchise tag. Aaron Rodgers still hasn't come back from his spiritual retreat to let anyone know what they're doing. And do the Jets go after him? Do the Ravens make it clear, or does Lamar on his side make it clear that there's not an end in which Lamar plays? So like it's, hey, we franchise tagged him, but we are fielding trading offers. There's tons of teams right now that are everybody been rubbing elbows at the combine. I don't know if you guys know this. Where do you think all this shit came from? Everybody been talking. What's happening? All the way down to Tom Brady. Tom Brady, still a big topic. Nobody thinks everyone's like, this son of a bitch gonna come back. Watch. Wait till one of these teams like the Dolphins needs him. Does he come back to Miami? We're watching. I don't know. Tua's got injury concerns. What if he gets a concussion? Will Tom Brady come? Hey, I'm here. I'm in shape. I've been eating nothing but avocados this whole time. We come in strolling back in as the Iron Man Tom Brady. Can't play a full season, but I'll be damned if that bitch can't take 2/3 of the season in a Super Bowl. Man, listen. I mean, at this point, listen, he's the favorite too. Everyone at the combine's talking about Tom Brady and that it would be Miami that he'd go to. I mean, we've already paid a first-round draft pick for him. Might as well get some football out of this son of a bitch too. Damn. Do the Dolphins lean on that? I don't know. A lot of teams want to play here, though. That's for sure. Don't tell me that, oh, Dolphins are 16 million under the cap. They're over cap, El Capitan. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Don't tell me what cap is. What? Better not be. Y'all get them likes up. What's going on with you guys? Get them likes up. 120 in here, only 60 likes. I mean, listen, got Bills fans calling you Dolphin fans out right now for less likes. Get them up, please. Everybody hit the like button right now. And threw me through a loop, but thanks, buddy. I can't I can't imagine where the franchise tag lands on Lamar and they don't immediately come out and just say, hey, we're open for business with Lamar Jackson. We're ready to move off. Things are tense. This team and this guy, they don't they are not it is not a healthy conversation, let's put it that way. It's not even like having a baby mama and having to still love her because y'all ain't together, but you got kids and shit, so you still got like, it ain't even that. Like, this is a full off, you used to date my mom's, and I never liked you punk ass anyhow. And if I catch you slipping after I ain't got to deal with you no more, I'm going to tune you up behind a liquor store or some shit right quick. Like, straight up, bro. Like, that's what's going on with this relationship. There is no love lost. Do the Ravens play petty? You're damn right they play petty. You know why? Because it's an NFL organization and you are its product. You are its product. You are billionaire toy playthings at times, and these players are fucking sick of it. They are sick of it, and when they feel this way, because that's how it is a lot of times, they're gonna fight back. How does this apply to us? How? as Dolphin fans. Yeah, okay, Lamar, he could be a Dolphin, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Like I can talk to you a million ways about a million reasons why there's people that definitely like him there, and talk to you about people who definitely are trying to make that happen around there. And anyhow, how does how does this parallel to the Dolphins? Well, Dolphin fans, in particularly, even myself early on, I always figured, hey, Tua's a team guy. When it comes time to pay this kid, even though we can live with some of the injuries and things like that, he's going to take an affordable car type contract. Right? Maybe. Maybe they would. Maybe they would. Maybe Tua would. I don't see why. Has the Dolphins been nice to Tua since he got here? Have they ever not looked at other quarterbacks behind his back? We got to do our due diligence. Got to diligence our dues. Fuck out of here with your due diligence, bro. How can you say that with a straight face? I love how you see it everywhere. Well, Dolphins would be doing malpractice if they didn't check on Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson. Are you kidding me? Listen, Kirk Cousins to me isn't an answer, but he is a answer. He's not the answer, but he's a answer. And I haven't heard the Vikings since they got Cousins over there ever be linked to any other quarterback or talked or nothing like that. Never. A lot of times when teams draft a young guy, they certainly aren't flirting with other quarterbacks usually by year 4. If they're flirting with quarterbacks by year 3 and 4, they're already fucking gone. Look no further than the Jets. Bitches are washing out quicker than ever these days, ladies and gentlemen. This 7-year fucking figure it out plan is the Derek Carr plan. Maybe. If you lucky. What are we talking about? This game is off the rails with these teams play. So Tua's going to do the Dolphins a favor. Well, the fans love him. The people love him. We'd love you more if you did it, Tua. If I was Tua, I'd be like, you know what, son of a bitches? I've been injured a couple of times, risking my neck. And I don't feel so nice about how I've been treated around here. Yeah, I get you brought McDaniel in, but that wasn't before you kind of wanted to bring Jimmy over here too. And I remember, I mean, it's just a lot, bro. It's a lot. So if Tua tried to take the Dolphins to the bank, would it shock anybody? I know Tua fans and, stupid people might be shocked, but not me. Fuck that. Who knows how long you can play? You get lucky to get 10 years in a career for the Dolphins. We get it. Quarterbacks are like, oh, quarterbacks make billion fucking dollars now. They play forever. No, they don't. Some do. The great ones do. You know how many sons of bitches wash out? Most of them. Most of them end up like Rosen or Sinet or whatever the fuck, Billy Bob. All them assholes wash out. You know why? Because it's a strange game. It's hard. You can be talented, you can be big, you can be fast, but you ain't NFL talented, big, or fast. Tua's been able to execute pretty well. Health is top of all concerns. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, some of these signings and whatever Aaron Rodgers does could change the board. Change it significantly. Maybe there's some changes coming in the first round of the draft. Who knows? Big trades. Seen it before. Shit, it's becoming more commonplace than ever now for teams to make big moves right around moments. What a nail biter, huh? I expect by this time tomorrow, there's the franchise tag on Lamar. When will they say we're ready to do business? I don't know. Has business already been done? Don't know. forever people were talking about what the Bears are going to do as far as the first round pick, and they're going to take a quarterback, and all this stuff comes out. Well, now Bears are like, nah, we weren't taking a quarterback. I don't know where you heard that. We trading this pick, though. That's what they've been talking about. That's what they've been looking to do. Who going to give me the most with all my cap space that I got? They got a shit ton of cap space. I think they got like 70 million or something crazy. They're number one in cap space. Got a young quarterback. They got a number one overall pick. Time to rebuild starts today for that football team. It'll be a smart rebuild if they do it right. But Jets still suck. That's for sure. Jets have no chance. Unless they get Lamar. Maybe if they get Rodgers. They'll be more competitive if they get Rodgers, but they won't go nowhere. Let's be real. They'll fuck it up. They'll end up tainting the wonder years of Rodgers. Don't do it, Rodgers. Please. Please don't do it. It's going to be terrible for you. I'll feel bad. No, I won't. I will. Kind of. I don't feel bad for nobody. But I'll feel bad in retrospect as I go back and be like, yeah, man, Aaron Rodgers was so good. But, man, those last 3 or 4 years left a bad taste in your mouth. He just sucked, man. But he could do us the favor, take like $150 million off the Jets over the next 2.5 years, or whatever the hell goes on. That would be pretty funny. Ugh. Ryan Tannehill kills another. They're going to shop away Derrick Henry. Where does Derrick Henry go? Where does he end up? I don't know. I don't think they fight him just Suitor unless the fucking Bills are stupid enough to do it. That would be funny. How the hell? Bills is one team that's been quiet this whole offseason as far as rumors and teams speculated and stuff like that. I mean, look, to me, the first love of Jordan Poyer, I would see as a all-around better get. You ain't got to trade nothing for him. You could pay him probably roughly decent enough money, but not like, holy shit, we're paying this guy too much money. As an aging safety, he's got a lot of talent. He's got some good football left in him. Put him in with Javon Holland. Ooh, that Fangio too high looking good, boy. But, I could I look at the idea of Derrick Henry being on the Miami Dolphins and be like, hell yeah. I mean, well, I'm not an idiot. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. But Dolphins just don't really – that's not really their forte as far as running backs. They just never have been since Chris Greer's been pushing the pens around back in the back office. I can't imagine it. But if Derrick Henry gets signed to the Dolphins and traded for, it'll be fun. And it'll be billed as, oh, you know what? Dolphins are doing the freaking Rams model. They've done it. They've chalked up an undefeatable offense. Maybe they figure a way to just destroy their cap. They get all, 60 million money they would pay to Lamar. We'll say, well, they got 40 million in cap space now. They get, I don't know, a bunch of people. They build their Rams team. That shit better work, homie. That shit better work. You bring his ass in here. I don't want to see that come and fail. I'll be pissed. But then do they, if it doesn't work because of the quarterback, don't they pivot? I don't know. Goodness gracious, bro. It's just too many options now. You used to be able to be a football fan and go, well, you build in the draft, you get a good quarterback, get a good running game, a decent defense, stay healthy, try to win your division, but like simplistically. You ain't got to. I guess it wasn't simple either. I guess it was never simple. It would be nice. But yeah, everybody hit the like button. I had some other bullshit I thought I wrote down. Nope. God dang, I went through it all. Look at that. Good job. So yeah, I could see some movement going up and down the draft board now that Carr signed, now that Geno Smith signed, maybe the Seahawks would be interested in dropping back. I don't see that happening till they see what quarterbacks. I still think the Seahawks draft a quarterback, especially if AR-15's sitting there. I think they'll get him. I think they'll take him, say, hey, man, I know we just signed Geno, but he's 32. He's going to play, he got 3 years, $105 million. Who knows how much that really accounts to. You could train a year or so behind him, work in. That would be an ideal. I don't know about ideal, but it's definitely the way you want to play the Anthony Richardson pick. You want to get him in, and you do one or two things. You put him on a team and just let him learn on the fly, or you make the smart decision. Say, you're going to learn a year or so behind somebody. Get this system. Once you run the system proper, then you just do you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know this route concept, these timings. Look here, do this, do this, do that. And whenever that ain't working, you just run your ass off and just out athletic everyone, and we'll win. I'll figure the rest of it out. I will get a running back. I will have a badass defense. And all of a sudden, the Seahawks are tearing up the NFC. So, I don't know. Does Will Levis go first? Is it Bryce Young? Is it CJ Stroud? Shit, I've seen AR-15 and number one in some of the mocks. I think all 4 of those guys go top 10. I don't even think that's a question. Who falls? Is it Stroud? I don't know. Is it Bryce Young? Does he slide? He's a little dude, and he ain't no Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray ain't all that great either. I do believe that Carolina is interested in Bryce Young. I think they like him. I think they like him a lot. Do the Jets, with no Aaron Rodgers and no perceptive answer on their football team, whether it's Jimmy G or I don't know, do they get fucking Andy Dalton over there or some shit? I don't know. But do they travel up the board and try to get one of these quarterbacks? Does a team like the Falcons not believe in whatever quarterback is left? No way. Falcons will take any one of these quarterbacks. Or do they like the kid that they got? What the hell was his name? No way. That guy's a bum. Anyhow, there's some teams that got to be calling about that number one. Is it Carolina? Is it the Lions? Lions got draft capital like a mofo. Or do the Jets just not like the way things are going with Aaron Rodgers, and they just say, fuck it, we're just going to go all the way in, see if the Bears will sell us. But do the Bears want to drop all that way? I think if they're going to climb up the board, it's going to take a 2-person move. They're going to have to, trade with the Raiders and then trade with the Bears or something. Shit's going to get squirrely because of the Bears at number one. It's going to get extra squirrely because some of these teams have signed guys. Maybe someone's there. Maybe someone's gone. But there's another quarterback there that another team wants. I think Will Levis probably goes first, personally. But say the only guy left is Bryce Young, and he just starts falling. That happens all the time. One of these guys is going to go freaking falling down the draft board. Everyone's like, damn, what happened? It happens. So he land on the Falcons, and the Falcons like, ugh, I don't want him. And the Jets go, oh my God, I will take this guy. And they jump up and grab him. I don't know. Shit's going to be nuts, bro. It's going to be good. I can't wait. Can't wait to watch it. Does the kid from Tennessee get picked in the first round? Team like the Ravens seem just like the team that would pick him up. Maybe even draft, fall back 2 or 3 picks in the draft and still grab them later in the first round. Man, they love that. Give them a late first rounder to draft another quarterback. That's exactly how they want to pay their athletes. Anywho, hit the like button, everybody. Didn't even make it to 100 likes, you sons of a bitches. I think everybody in the fan base is in agreement. If the Dolphins are making a pick with the second pick, it's a defensive player. Unless something ridiculous happens and, I don't know. One of these quarterbacks is there that I just said, which ain't going to happen. I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know. Some video come out of him looking like he's hitting somebody, and it turns up it was a trash can or it was a prank him and his friends were playing or some shit. Whoever the player is. No, I don't want to read this. Do the Dolphins pick up and exercise Tua's fifth-year option? God. He just cannot stop about that. It's going to last forever, I think. We're going to be talking about a fifth-year option long after the friggin' thing. Long after we're allowed to. It's just going to happen. Well, you know what? I think I've gone through it all, guys. I think I have. I don't know what other bit of news. Oh, you know what? Linebacker going to be released by the Titans. God, dude, what the hell's name? Titans are just on a fire sale right now. They got to have something for their team, but they're going to be letting go of Bud Dupree, and that kind of hurts the Dolphins if they do. And you're like, what do you mean? Da, da, da. Well, Agba. I mean, the Dolphins, I think they've got $17 million in guarantees for Agba next year. We have handcuffed our ass. Agba probably end up being on this football team unless we could trade him. That ain't going to happen. So who's going to pay that money for a guy who didn't play at all? And listen, Agba's a good football player, but damn, looks like we're going to be, I think we're going to have to restructure or something. We're going to have to get some of that money back, buddy. You need to help us out. You're going to get it right now. I got to see if I can trade you in like 2 years. You come back and have a good season before I can get rid of you. That's really what type of game they're in right now. They're in the, hey, probably going to have to keep Agba and restructure him. And hopefully he does such a good job that we'll trade him and we'll be paying, we'll split the dead cap over 2 years and we'll carry like 6 million 1 year and like 9 the next. I mean, that's unless we find a sucker, somebody born, somebody doesn't get the pass rusher they want in the first round, and then somebody they were targeting in the second, they get hopped for. And next thing you know, they're in the third round with no pass rusher and they need one. Maybe we can get lucky after the draft. Agba to me will probably end up getting restructured and sticking on the Dolphins. I just don't see who's going to trade for him right now. I could be wrong. Somebody could fall in love with him. Man, it would be so awesome if the friggin' Vikings traded him because he's got a lot of money. Too much. But yeah, Carolina is releasing Bud Dupree. So, or no, not Carolina. What did I say? Yeah, the Titans. There's a lot of teams releasing linebackers right now. But, pass rusher, outside linebacker is not really what we need, especially if we're probably going to end up be stuck with Agba around here. I think they get a guy, an older cat. I'm thinking an Ingram type. Why not? Homeboy did all right. I think he's cheap enough, and I think it'll work out just fine. And I think Agba in this scheme, after restructure, maybe we're not like, oh, fuck Agba. We're like, hell yeah, we got Agba here. He did damn good. Guy got 10 sacks or some shit good, which he's capable of, healthy. I like Agba. I've always kind of liked him. I don't like the cap hit, but it's not my job, not my problem, my friend. Yes, the Vikings did cut Kendricks. Yes, I do have that here. They did release him. Kendricks was first team All Pro in 2019. He does fit the scheme as an off ball linebacker for Fangio. He did play with Fangio up there. That is something to keep in mind. I don't know. A lot of linebackers start getting cut around this time. People want to get young in the linebacker position because, you know, linebacker is a key position for special teams as well. So either you're playing special teams as a linebacker or you're not, and you're, either cheap or you're getting paid a lot of money. Other than that, if you're making 4.5 to say 7 mil a year, chances are you're playing some special teams as a linebacker. You making 13 to 15, chances are I'm definitely not having to do kickoffs and punt returns, maybe. So there's just some question as far as what kind of money are going to be spread out. And the Dolphins need to, they got a lot of restructures that got to get done. So where's all this money going to come from? I think we've just off of quick math, they can free up 50 million easy in restructures and moving some money around. If they end up trading some of these guys, forget about it. They could clear up north of 60 million. So I think we all know the cap's all but going to even out after one or two cuts, post-June cut, most importantly for Byron Jones. And, that's going to help alleviate a lot of stuff. And I don't want to hear it. The Saints just signed Carr, and they've got 25 million in dead cap or over the cap right now. It's just ridiculous. So pick and choose your battles. I think the Dolphins haven't really done a lot of borrowing money yet, and definitely not enough restructures. And they've been known in the restructure. Yeah, it might take this, but they figure a way to, you're going to get more money this year and next year, but that third year, you got nothing. I could cut you. I could trade you. I could get rid of you. Jerome Baker finds himself in that situation right now. So they've been looking hard at young guys. I know they like Tyndall. I don't know if they decide to go old, young, and middling guy. Do they pick up one of these dudes that are, just a special teamer / rotation guy? Probably. So, let's see. Yeah, I have literally gone through it all. So we've already passed the 1 hour mark. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, checking out all the great content we got around here on the networks. The Fins Tailgate, Lewis and the Rabid Dolphin, color commentary, Dolphin DTA doing the debriefs, late night exhale, and broken takes with Ali. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate. Help support the channel. And also, guys, make sure you're supporting the channel through the links in the description for Fanatics, officially licensed, official partner. There's some of our gear as well. There's the Doobie energy drinks. Make sure you guys are staying energized with the energy drink of Doobie. And then Backroom Collections. You get 10% off using code TFTG. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got. No, I ain't dropping that link, bro. I ain't doing it. I will drop the link Friday for everyone who wants to come and get filthy. I'm not going to drop it on the Monday. And Wednesday, we're going to do a draft talk about some of these draft prospects. Free agency isn't on standstill. A bunch of big news is going to happen in the next 24 hours. As far as cuts, as far as signings, just stuff. It's just going to continue for the next 24 to 48 hours once these teams start making some moves. And we'll get a little bit of settle down, but not much. Not much. It's just gonna ramp up. It'll be like, oh yeah, it's been kind of dead, and bam, guess what? So and so signed this guy. Oh, you know what's one thing I did leave out that I didn't talk about today yet is Phillip Rivers wanting to come back and play. Remember when you guys were hearing all that Philip Rivers chit chat? We were talking about oh, Tua went down. We need to sign someone off, and we go sign freaking Giraffe Neck. But before we signed Giraffe Neck, we were talking about bringing in competent veterans to help the Dolphins while Tua's injured. He'll be back in the playoffs. Don't worry. Um, Philip Rivers' name was getting thrown around, and Dolphin fans immediately were like, "No, no, thank you. No, we love Philip Rivers. He's a great football player, but we seen that show the other day, and we just ain't interested. We're not interested in it, and we're also not interested in the failure that follows. Philip Rivers just he can get to the playoffs, but man, he loses it ugly. God, how many times you see that? You're like, oh, this is Philip Rivers' year. He's got the best football team for every like 4 or 5 years. It looked like they could really do something, and then they just completely fall on their face. But he definitely reached out to the Dolphins after reaching out to the Niners, and whispers and rumors that Philip Rivers is still willing to lease his services for the team willing to pay for him. I don't think he wishes to be a backup. I don't think he wishes to be a teacher to being a backup in the NFL, even though he is a coach. But maybe that's changed. Maybe coaching has given him a perspective. Maybe he thinks, hey, maybe I could play backup, make a little changalanga. One of these teams, if I could go ahead and make like an extra 6 mil to 8 mil this year. Maybe I play some football. Maybe I make like 14 million, 12 million, depending on what kind of options they give me. And maybe I take a shot. Maybe I can win a playoff game. Maybe I can dispel the narrative and be a playoff winning quarterback. I know. So, but yeah, man, we'll oh, what, John? You're getting a heart procedure, buddy? Well, God bless you, man. Make sure to eat good and be prepared, and don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. You'd be good, man. You make sure to come and see us, John, when you're feeling better, buddy. 2 weeks. Don't worry, man. You're gonna be all right. Doctors today are so good. Make sure to stick around, buddy. So yeah, Philip Rivers winking and blowing kisses at the Dolphins. Tom Brady hanging out on South Beach, got his binoculars on. You know what though? Real quick, is Tom Brady down here spying on the Dolphins for Belichick and Kraft? What? Is he? Is he? Oh no. El Cap, you have to drop the link. It's TFTG. Oh man, I can't, buddy. I can't. Not tonight. I actually have a meeting in what time is it? Like 25 minutes, like quarter till. I got to get it ready because I'm going to be talking to some people about a lot of this stuff that I discussed today. Waiting to hear back from some of the folks, and I actually have to talk it over with a couple of guys, some stuff about the channel and some other stuff going around in the NFL. Little bit of CB83, that was good. I remember when this used to be a real tailgate. That's pretty good one. I'll give you that. That was good. Yes, Brady has a spy balloon. Man, Brady looks like he's, I don't know. Looks like he's a little shot out of a cannon. He looks a little shell shocked in public now. Like he's like, yeah, I'm Brady. He's like, he just don't know what to do. I'm the regular Brady guy now. He's a Brady bunch. I don't know. He got the family. It's just something's fucking weird. You can't get that close to the sun, Icarus, and not expect to burn your wings. It was such a high ascend to the mountaintop. Remember, the mountaintop has the slope. It comes back down. I'll be interested to watch what happens to Brady over the next eon. I don't know if taking the year off is going to work good for this man. He should have friggin' went and got in the booth or stayed on a football team. he gonna be pulling his teeth and hair out here directly. So I can't imagine it. Away from football, that guy just loves football too much. But all right, everybody, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I gotta get ready for that thing. I'm glad friggin' I remembered. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Make sure you guys are coming over here and subscribing on the network. And we'll see you guys next time. Fins up.